is being evaluated by Arman.
Well, Greg, I had the pleasure of evaluating you today. And before I start my evaluation, I just want to give a quick story. The first ever Toastmasters meeting I came to, the first speaker I ever heard was Greg. And after hearing him, I eventually wanted to do Toastmasters the next day. And today I have the pleasure of evaluating him. To get started, one of the main things that I enjoyed about your speech didn't really relate to the speech. It was the intro that you provided Renee. And that intro allowed the entire audience to, first of all, see the timeline that you are going to be speaking in as a speaker. It also provided a historical context, what you were going to really be discussing. And I truly did like that because throughout the entire speech, I felt as though I was engaged. I felt as though I was understanding what you were really going to be discussing. Great job on that. The next part of your speech that I enjoyed were consisting of two different components. The first was the fact that you were extremely entertaining. And I was looking at the entire audience's reactions the times when you were speaking, and it seemed as though majority of the people were enthralled with your performance, and you did a magnificent job in being entertaining and truly captivating your attention. Also, the content was great as well because I am a history buff, and many of the topics that you were discussing actually did occur, and it was, well, to a certain extent. And I thought that was great because you provided great content and great material. Also, the third part of your entire speech was when you went up to Damien and you gave him a small clicker, and you said anytime you say a filler word for him to go ahead and click it. I didn't hear any clicks. I don't know about the rest of the audience, but I personally didn't hear anything. So great job on that. And to be honest, I don't think I've ever heard you use a filler word. I may be wrong, but personally I haven't heard anything. You used the word of the day. Great job on that. You were able to think on your feet, and you were able to incorporate it in the correct time in your speech. You didn't just use it out of content. One part that I think you can go ahead and improve on was throughout the majority of your speech, you were looking at this side of the audience. It didn't seem as though you focused much on the end portions of the tables. I could be wrong because of the angle of where I was sitting, but that is the only flaw that I could find in the entire speech. Other than that, Greg, you always seem as though you can entertain an entire room, and you continue to do so all the time. Thank you.